If you're hosting a Super Bowl party and wondering what to make, let me give you some tips from our past few years of hosting parties of foods that went over really well and things that I would skip. Starting with my number one favorite party dish, which is so easy, you can make it ahead and has always been a crowd pleaser in my group, buffalo chicken dip. I love this dish. I just make the recipe that's on like the Frank's Red Hot site, which is super easy, only a few ingredients, and then on the day of the party, you just pop it in the oven. At least my friends tend to love this. This one is always a hit. Another pretty easy one that I have to do the morning of, but people really like and is only a few ingredients, pigs in a blanket. Now I know you can get these frozen, like already made, but I feel like making them fresh, they're so crispy and fluffy and delicious. And it's literally just like mini hot dogs rolled in crescent rolls. Now for a main dish, we don't usually serve like a full meal when we have a Super Bowl party because people are like, mingling, grabbing and going, eating food as they watch the game. But I like to have something with like a little bit more substance. So for that, I usually opt for some type of a Hawaiian roll slider. So in the past, we've done the classic like ham and cheese sliders that are topped with like brown sugar and Worcestershire sauce, I think. There's a bunch of recipes online for that, but those are a big crowd pleaser. Or if you want to do something Philadelphia themed, you're cheering for the Eagles, or you just want to be like, festive for the teams that are playing this year. The last time they were in the Super Bowl, we did Philly cheesesteak sliders. Now this was a little bit more like labor intensive to prep it, but we did do it ahead and popped them in the oven, and those were really good. I really liked those. So if you want something a little bit Philadelphia festive, Philly cheesesteak sliders were a hit. A couple things I would skip because it just didn't go over well. First was charcuterie board. Now, my dog is snoring. I love a charcuterie board. I find it really fun to make, but it didn't seem like the biggest like football watching food. People just didn't go for it as much, and the cheeses and meats can be expensive if you want to do like a full board. So instead of that, I think I would just opt for more chips and dips. You can even get like store-bought dips. A lot easier and less expensive, and people seem to go for those more than charcuterie boards. Another thing I don't go super heavy on is desserts. And this is because I don't usually tell people to bring anything, but if people feel like they want to bring something, they usually bring a dessert. So even when I don't prep any desserts, I usually end up with, a couple cookies or brownies or whatever people want to make, which is amazing and so generous. So you know your crowd better than I do, but if you think people are likely to bring something, they might bring a dessert. So instead, I like to have something sweet, just in case. So I like to do like a candy bowl instead. Last year I did Starbursts and like M&Ms, and people seem to like to just, grab a little sweet treat but not have to sit down and have like a whole cupcake. So instead of full desserts, I would maybe just do a couple little candy bowls. So hope that helps. Happy Super Bowl prep, everyone.